I'm going to look for mushrooms, and you can't stop me.
But you can, come with me.
So I'm heading today to a pretty unique ecosystem. I'm going to check out a peaty swamp. This is a type of wetland that's currently a swamp based on the types of trees and how tall they are and etc. But it's likely on its way to transition to being a fen in a few hundred years. I have no idea what I'm gonna find, but hopefully some really cool stuff. I'm all geared up because this has been a truly biblical year for mosquitoes. Biblical in the sense of like plagues and suffering. And since I'm heading into a swamp, I'm basically heading into the nest. Love this time of year, some beautiful wild roses blooming. I can't say they are stupendously nice to walk through, but okay, let's see what I can find. I am entering Oh yeah, such a cool spot. Yeah, look at that. Got some marsh marigolds. I don't know if you can see the mosquitoes flying around, but they're just as bad as I was anticipating. Oh yeah, look at these hummocks. That's magical. What a beautiful area. There's moss like all around me, and I'm already starting to see some great fungal signs. Yep, I'm already seeing some mushrooms.
So beautiful. This is a species of Mycena, mushrooms commonly known as bonnets. These mushrooms grow with these little bell-shaped caps and have pure white spores. I originally thought that these were Galerina mushrooms, commonly known as mossy bells, but these stunning white gills underneath lead me away from that conclusion because Galerina mushrooms have dark colored spores, so mature mushrooms will not be seen with an underside so white.
You can see like a graveyard of them over here. It's pretty much just like all these old and brand new ones popping up. So cool.
I'm not sure the exact species because it can be pretty tough to ID them to species level, but very cool find nonetheless.
There's so much to see out here. So many little details. I don't know if I can possibly do this justice with a camera, but it's truly magical out here. What might be lurking in the depths below? Incredible. Whoa, that's a little bit deeper than I expected. Oh my goodness. The ground out here just gobbles you up like quicksand too. All the wet areas are 10 feet deeper than you expect them to be. Whoa, it's just magical. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, that just almost ate me. It's genuinely quicksand out here. I keep almost getting eaten. All my childhood fears of being consumed by quicksand while out adventuring are being confirmed right now.
Somebody help me!
Ollie, what are you doing in there?
It's quicksand, Wilkins!
Oh, that's not stable. Oh no. Where doth art thou, fungi? It's all tilted. That's a funny looking tree. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm like actually getting stuck. The last time I came out here, I had regular shoes on, like slightly waterproof boots, and well, I learned my lesson. I guess you could say that. Look at that tumor. That is bizarre. I wonder what causes that. Let me know if you know what causes that. That's so cool. Oh, there we go. These guys are growing all around. Yeah, we got some little mushrooms over here. So some people might be like, oh, that's just a boring little brown mushroom, right? But then you flip it over and it's still kind of boring, still kind of brown, but it's a little bit less boring and brown. Really like jelly, smooth cap. Oh my goodness, do you see the mosquitoes right now? What am I doing out here? Me being this interested in mushrooms is a liability. Also, insane that some places in the world have to deal with mosquitoes carrying deadly diseases. So I'm kind of on the edge of the swamp now. Some interesting things popping up. Okay, look at this. What a bright color, cool. All right, gloves going off. Wish me luck. So damn orange. What do they look like underneath? That's the question. Old and buggy. Gross.
This is a species of Pleurophlammula. This genus encompasses a bunch of the orange mushrooms busting out of fallen logs.
Oh, cool, cool. Dude, this whole log is covered in witch's butter. Boom, this gel, it's so slippery. So slippery. Tiny little jelly. This is actually an edible mushroom, although I have no idea why you'd ever really want to eat it. Just kind of tastes like nothing. But I mean, if you found these in high enough quantities, I guess you could use them as a survival tool. What is really cool about this mushroom though is this is a medicinal mushroom.
So witch's butter refers to a couple different species that look almost identical. This here is Dacromyces palmatus, and the other species is Tremella mesenterica. The easiest way to tell them apart is based on what type of wood they're growing on. If growing on a conifer or softwood like this one is, then you know it's Dacromyces palmatus. And if growing on a hardwood tree, then you know it's Tremella mesenterica. Both mushrooms are edible and have similar medicinal properties though, so you don't have to fear mixing them up.
Another mushroom that we don't have here is called the snow fungus. The snow fungus is a very popular mushroom that's used primarily in Asia and is in all sorts of different creams and topical products aimed to reduce aging and smooth out your skin, make you glow. Witch's butter has similar properties. It is our cousin to that mushroom. Not nearly as widely used though. Super easy to spot. It's bright orange in the forest. Super awesome find. Finding a really cool area over here. Lots of beautiful mushrooms growing. I'm gonna snap some photos and see if I can ID any of these.
Here we have some more Mycena mushrooms, but these ones I can ID as the bleeding fairy helmets. Pretty epic name. They get this name because when you cut open the top, a blood-like substance comes out of the mushroom. They actually bleed. These ones are pretty old though, so that dark blood in the top of the cap isn't as prominent. Also, check out these gills. Beauties. There's lots of these popping up in the forest right now. These are far from the only ones I saw.
These look especially awesome.
Check out this fuzzy fella. The hairs on top are almost glistening in the light. It has these striking brown attached gills and a ring around its stem from a torn veil. I took this one home and got an orangey brown spore print, so I have ID'd it as a ringed tuberia, Tuberia confragosa. It's not an edible species, but so beautiful. I've never seen this mushroom before, so I'm really happy to add a new one to my list, and with all of these notable features, I'll be able to ID it easily in the future. What a stunner. Next up, we have another familiar face. Can you guess what this one is? Bum bum bum. It's a Mycena. I do not know the species, despite trying to figure it out, but this is such a good example of one of the core characteristics of the Mycena genus. You can see the white fuzzy mycelium growing up the bottom of the stipe. This aggressive mycelium growth is very characteristic of Mycena. It's across all of the species in the genus, and it's a great indication that that's what you're seeing.
I accidentally went way out of my way. Did find some cool mushrooms, but now I seem to have lost my gear. So I've made it back to the first swamp. Oh my goodness, there it is. There's the stuff. Victory achieved. Whoa. Found the backpack and the basket. L that I didn't bring my basket. I've had to carry my little mushroom the whole way back like this, so delicately. I'm getting hardcore overwhelmed. Do you see all these bugs right now? Bug net on. Stimulus overload. I think I gotta get out of here. Oh, check that out. Nice. Love to see this. This is one of my favorite mushrooms. This is a medicinal mushroom, the Artis conch Ganoderma applanatum. I have a video all about this mushroom and how to make tea with it, how to process it into tea. On the underside of the mushroom, it has a pure white pore surface that can be carved into. This can be used to make beautiful designs. I've seen some incredible designs. This conch is actually underneath this brown layer, like a white gray, and you can see a little bit peeking through there. The brown comes from its spores, and it releases an insane amount. I've seen it quoted it can release up to 3 trillion spores a year. The spores then stick to the top of the mushroom, even though they come out the bottom, due to electrostatic interactions. Very friggin' cool. It grows on every continent except Antarctica, and it's super easy to find. A great one to look out for in the forest. If you are looking to make teas out of this mushroom, you just want to take this outermost layer. You don't have to take the whole thing, and this mushroom will continue to grow back that outer layer, and you can continue to harvest it year after year. Kicking around nearby, we have old trusty red belted conch. You can see this red layer coming off. Where you find one red belted conch, you often find many, and that is the case on this log. Bright red, this is Fomitopsis mountziae. Oh, look at this one. So striking red color. These are beautiful. I love to find these. Okay, I keep getting distracted, but I actually got to get the heck out of here. Every once in a while there's a mosquito that gets me like right through the mask. So excuse me while I run away like a small child. No, I take that back, because small children don't run away. They just get absolutely smoked by mosquitoes. I haven't had actually this many mosquito bites on my arms since I was a little kid, because when you're a little kid, you just don't know. You're like, what are these things on my arm? And then you're just itchy forever. Ooh, freedom. Well, was today successful? I guess that depends how I measure success. Did I find cool edible mushrooms like I was hoping? Not really. No oysters were spotted today. Did I infiltrate the core mosquito base and defeat their queen in hand-to-hand combat, thereby freeing all of humanity from this parasite's grasp? No. I think they bested me today, absolutely. Did I get to spend an afternoon in a spectacular spot with beauty all around me? Yes, I got to spend today doing something I absolutely love, which is being outside. Foraging is such a good excuse for me to get outside, otherwise I wouldn't end up in these crazy places. Such a nice meadow to be walking through now. So didn't find exactly what I was looking for today, but I will be back absolutely. I'm hoping to explore some other cool ecosystems and get out west of myself to the mountains, because that's where the real mushroom magic happens. But we're still early in the season, so no complaints. I expect we'll have a big uptick in mushrooms in the summertime. It's been a few years since we've had a good season, but this feels like the season where it'll happen again. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in the woods today. It was very cool to explore a swamp. Please let me know if you enjoyed this type of video, because I'd love to do more stuff like this, just out exploring. I'm gonna be doing it anyways, but making a video actually gives me a good excuse and kind of pushes me out the door sometimes. Anyways, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you soon.